I already spoke on my feelings about this subject, but I don't give a damn. I'm gonna say it again. See, a lot of these new features in the update should have already been in the game. And the only people who can't seem to notice this is obviously the fanboys. Now, people like me who knows this from the jump when we got that incomplete ass game that apparently the fanboys think should have been game of the year, that says a lot. So let's get this straight. So a lot of the features, at least most of the features, should have already been in the game day one. And what I hate the most about now is that New Game Plus used to be a day one feature, and now we have to wait on it with updates. We are pretty much just being sold incomplete games, and like nobody's batting an eye about this. Miles Morales was a DLC game, and it was charged as full price. And this is my problem, bro. Like nobody's speaking out about this. The only people who are fine with being fucked over like this is the fanboys. And as far as New Game Plus go, like it's not it's not the story that makes me not want to play New Game Plus, but a lot of the things that happened on the side, like you know. So I pretty much have to re-experience a lot of the things that I already didn't like about the story over again, and and the biggest my biggest problem by far was moments where I'm enjoying the game playing as Peter, and then the game forces me to play as fucking Miles, something that I did not want to fucking do. And like it just that really, really killed it for me. Like, first off, I already don't like the fucking character. I just want to play as Peter Parker. But for some reason, the AD said, Insomniac felt that it was right to give them both equal amount of everything. And like I'd be playing as Peter, but a lot of the times while I was playing as Peter, I was so anxious about the fact that at any moment the game is going to force me to play as Miles, and I did not want to do that. Miles had absolutely no place in the game. He was literally just filler. He had no place. Nothing was in. Yeah, I said this before. I literally said, we've already seen how this story goes. This is another, yeah, all that bullshit. I said that. And that's the reason why he has no place in this story. And that's why his parts are so uninteresting. And the fact that they think that I'm going to sit through all that shit again, yeah, no. And then it's not even just that, but it's also the many parts where they made Peter look like an absolute bitch. Like, I don't want to experience that shit again either. Like, you know, going back through all this, I'm just questioning, like, what the fuck were they thinking when they were making this story? Like, you have the OG looking like a bitch most of the fucking story, and you think that people are not going, like, that's what's turning me away from New Game Plus. Like, the story is so bad that I actually hate it. Like, you had to literally be trying to spite me directly to make me hate something. Now, there's a difference between me disliking something and me hating something. And I fucking hate that story. I don't wanna sit through that shit again. And aside from the story, we're supposed to be I heard there's supposed to be new upgrades and all that. Something that I say again should have already been in the game. I wouldn't be surprised if that that gun counter, that well strike counter is in there. I wouldn't be surprised. Something that should have already been in the game. But to be honest, I feel that a lot of the new upgrades that's coming to the game, I feel like there are things that already should have been in the game. I'm calling it. But anyways, the gameplay wasn't really interesting. I don't really want to sit through that again. Another thing is that we're supposed to be getting new suits, and most of the shit that I've seen, that shit was trash, bro. And apparently there's supposed to be suits made by the community. I'm like, bro, you could have got me in there. I would have made a much better suit than that shit. I'm sorry. And I want the fanboys to say I'm complaining because I'm not. It's called criticizing. That shit is ass. But anyways, criticizing, critiquing, whatever. Anyways, it's pretty obvious that they're expecting most of the player base to go straight to that Venom mission again, and even that was overrated. I mean, it was nice for like the first few minutes, but eventually it just becomes to a point where I'm like, okay, I played this Venom, not much to it. I'm not. Actually, I'll tell you one thing. So, why is there more MJ gameplay than fucking Venom gameplay? Make it make sense. Like, the characters that are actually interesting, you don't play as them. You play as a character you don't even want to play as. Like, who wants to play as Haley, bro? Like, come on. And then there's supposed to be more features, but they're pretty irrelevant to me. Like, I don't really care about this update because most of the features again should have already been in the game. And it's hard to not see this because you finish playing the game first time around and there's nothing to do because they rushed it. And even the director admitted that the game was rushed, but I can't seem to wrap this around fanboys head. And another thing is that you're supposed to be able to change the tendrils colors and all that shit. Again, should have already been in the game. Should not have had to wait for an update for it. um Now, as far as this goes, the update was originally supposed to be out at the end of last year, but it got delayed. Then it was supposed to come out sooner and got delayed again. Now it's coming out in March, months later. And I'm just saying, like, the fact that every fanboy is seemingly fine with this, it just blows my mind. But whatever. Of course, if you bring this up to them, the first thing they're going to bring up is that fucking cyber attack. When the same people literally say that they're going to bring it out at the end of the year, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, that's all I wanted to get out. I don't care about this new game plus update. I honestly don't even think that I'm going to play the game. Like, you have to understand, I really, really fucking hate this game.